In 2024, a gacha game released unlike any other. This was a gacha game to end all gacha games. This was a gacha game to change the entire genre. This had unparalleled, unfathomable potential to be the best gacha game release of all time. And ultimately, what did it achieve? Well, it became the laughingstock of the genre almost immediately after it released, because ultimately it was not a very good game. On the contrary, it was a relatively bad game that was published by a very bad publisher. And now, in a hilarious turn of events, they have announced that they are officially and effectively shutting down after achieving absolutely nothing. Dear players, by the way, this is for One Punch Man World, which was yet another failed anime adaptation. Thank you very much for your continued support of One Punch Man World. We regret to inform you that One Punch Man World will be ending its service on February 27, 2026. This decision was not made lightly, but it was definitely made lightly. The game was making no money. No one was playing it. No one's played it for God knows how long. You know what? How often do they post on Twitter? So this was their announcement, January 12th. That's today. June 4th? Wait, you're kidding. What the fuck? No way. June 4th? It's been 7 months since they received this, but this is so April, they received limited up banner Atomic Samurai. That was in April. And then end of service 9 months later. Holy shit, that is insane. They haven't actually received a genuine update in 2/3 of a year? Oh my god, the damage that they are doing, that Crunchyroll in general is just doing to all the different intellectual properties for all of these different gacha games is wild. But let's continue. I'm sure this is going to be good. We would like to express our heartfelt gratitude for the support and enthusiasm. I like that they use the word enthusiasm here. People are more enthusiastic, actually, that the game is shutting down than they are that the game actually launched. That you have shown throughout the game's lifetime. That entire year. It's very impressive. Your gacha game lasted an entire year. Bravo fucking bow. Schedule leading up to the end of service. January 12th, in-game purchases and top-up functionality will be disabled. The customer support team will be available for user inquiries until March 29th. On February 27th, game login will be disabled. The game service will officially end and servers will go offline. Wait, so you can still download the game right now. Interesting. Wait, no. New account creation will be closed. The game will be removed from all app stores. The Discord channel will be closed. Game login will be disabled on February 27th. The game service will officially end and all servers will go offline. The official website and social media accounts will be closed. Although, wait, everything completely gone forever. Although the remaining time is limited, we sincerely hope you'll continue to enjoy One Punch Man World until the very end. I'm sure people will continue to enjoy it thoroughly. Yeah. Thank you once again for being a part of this journey. The One Punch Man World Operations Team, January 12th, 2026. Here is their official image. Saitama and Genos themselves walking off into the distance, almost holding hands. That would have been more, I think, more climactic if they had held hands. It would have been a nice moment for the two of them to kind of walk off into the sunset together. Now, I will point out, this is totally deserved. This was not a good game. I mean, I know the gacha revenue website uses Sensor Tower, which is speculative revenue. It's not fully definitive or confirmed revenue, but I do want to take a moment here to look at the revenue of the downloads over the course of God knows how long. It looks as though the game has been made. Wowee! That is, I mean... yeah! All right. What is this, though? The game has gotten... continued 100,000 downloads per month, and it's only making $6 grand. I don't know. See, this is why I can't take this website really that seriously. Out of 100,000 people, out of 1 million people total over the course of a 2/3 of a year period, you mean to tell me that they were averaging a couple $1,000s a month only? including the whales that still stuck around with the game, nah, that's weird, man. That just doesn't seem real. But either way, the revenue for the game is no doubt catastrophically low if they're shutting it down. Yo, I don't mean to interrupt the video, but I need to take a moment here to thank all my incredible patrons over on Patreon whose support continues to allow for me to do regular videos like this every single day on this channel. Thank y'all so much, including our YouTube channel members. You guys mean the world to me. So do you guys as viewers as well. Now, without further ado, let's continue. Let's see what they're saying over on Reddit. Forgot this game existed. It had potential. No, it didn't. No, it didn't. Did not have potential. I played a bit of it. It had some potential. No, it didn't. Another One Punch Man thing is ending. True. Remember the game had a good amount of hype. It did. It did. It was just disappointing. And it wasn't very good, ultimately. There's so many better action gacha games out there. Played this for a couple hours, and ZZZ came out, and I dropped it. I played as a lead-in to ZZZ2. Wait, when did this release date? February 1st, 2024? Didn't Zenless release, like, in the middle of the year, July? That's quite a bit, it's quite a ways apart. When even was this? Also, shouldn't it be shutting down that fast if it is an online game? Yeah. Another game from A+ Japan that grabs money then vanishes. Seems to, yeah, exactly. Yeah, what else do you expect? These companies just, they appear out of nowhere. Or in some instances, they actually don't appear out of nowhere, and they are a company that has been doing this for a while, and people continue to pay into what is evidently a scam. There exists a few intellectual properties that exist within, or that have an anime exist within that intellectual property and have a faithful adaptation of a gacha game, but I'd say a solid 98% of them are not. I mean, how many games could you name on one hand that are based on an anime or based on a visual novel or something like that, or at least have a successful anime that are also successful gacha games? Seven Deadly Sins Grand Cross, that's one. Fate Grand Order, that's two. Maybe Uma Musume, if you consider it based on an anime. The Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle Legends, the couple of Dragon Ball Z games. Maybe Naruto Mobile in China, but like globally, very few. Globally, like 3, maybe 4 games. If that's because typically Crunchyroll publishes most of them, and Crunchyroll is a terrible publisher. I think they actually don't like me as a content creator because I've pretty much talked shit about every single game they've published, and they used to sponsor me for games until I came to the realization that they're actually a really bad publisher and that I didn't want to support their games anymore, because this happens every single time. Genuinely every fucking single time this happens. And people are always like, oh my god, I can't believe it's shutting down. Who would have thought? Yeah, I did, which is why I've talked shit about all their games. Because even if their games are fun, they're going to be ruined some way. And players are going to suffer as a direct result. Not just players, but also the IP itself. Because then you have 1, 2, 3 gacha games that have all failed to accomplish any kind of success whatsoever. And yep, this is just another one. Another one down. Another one dead. And like all the other trash that Crunchyroll publish, this was deserved. The game, the franchise, it deserves so much more than a half-baked, half-assed, shitty gacha port. We deserve something that's actually good, and they can do that if they try. They really do. They have the budget to do so. They just choose not to because this is easier to produce and easier to monetize. I know you think that you just hit the end of the video, and technically, yeah, you have. And I know your first reaction is to close out of it at this juncture, but don't. No, instead, I urge you to take a moment here and click one of the videos on screen that are coming up in just a moment, so you remain up to date with everything going on in the gacha genre. Trust me, you're not going to regret doing so. Stay flaccid.